What in the world?
Oh, now they think I work.
Eddie's actually doing some work.
Crazy.
And Eddie's project has moved. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So this thing, like I teased in the, I think it was the Steve Morse video. I think. Yeah, I teased that it was gonna crank. Well, it did last night. So I'll drop that video in just a minute so you can see the first crank. The first crank. But we're getting ready to take this thing out on its maiden voyage. Well, I mean, it has been on the road before, but not after we did an absolute boatload of work to it.
Yep.
I mean, a boatload. So let's get through the intro, tell you guys a little bit about this thing, and then take it out for a test drive. All right, so this is Grant's C5 Corvette go-kart. Actually, no, it's not gonna permanently be a go-kart. It's just a go-kart right now. So, as you guys may have seen through the last few months, occasionally in videos, and I think we showed the roll cage being welded on in a video way back. We actually had this powder coated locally and then set it back on, made it to where the firewall bolts down there and is sealed up, and then we welded it to all of the landing points on the frame. As you can see, it's welded there, reinforces the suspension point. Same with the back here, suspension point there, and then it welds to all of these spots down the door. The main hoop goes through and lands on the frame down behind here in like a little cavity right there, which you can't even see unless you're up inside the car there. But yeah, this has been a long time project, kind of off and on between some other projects here and there, and there's a lot to it. So let's show you guys the first crank up, just because that's exciting, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what all this thing's got going on with it and where it's going to be raced and all that good stuff. So check this out. That was just freaking grounding me through the. You good? Yeah, good. Clear? Oh, ready? Oh!
I did it!
She runs!
She runs!
All right, so this car has been built to run endurance road racing. Maybe you can tell by the size of the front tire. And these are actually not the tires that are going to be raced on. These are tires that, you know, on the stock wheels that Grant has had for a while. I think the rears have been widened, and that's got a 335 on the back?
Yeah, and 315 on the front.
And then a 315 on the front. Well, one set of wheels is going to get a 355 all the way around on this thing. Yeah, 355 millimeter worth of tire, front and rear. Now, the funny thing is, the engine, the goal is only to make about 300 wheel horsepower, because they have to abide by weight versus power rules. So they can really only make about 300 wheel horsepower. So with that in mind, this is a D-stroked 5.7 liter. So basically the engine that came out of the car, but it has a 4.8 crankshaft in it with a, I guess, set of 4.8 rods. I don't know, we didn't build this engine. We might be building him a second one that's gonna be maybe a little more sporty if they wanna go out and have some fun with it and try to go real fast. But lots and lots of custom stuff on this thing. can see it's got a pretty neat belt drive system, a Volkswagen alternator. For some reason they brought it to us, or Grant brought it to us, and I don't know why. You know the reason for the gotcha?
I think because it's smaller.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Chuck has a green Jetta called Pickles, and
It's off of Pickles?
Yeah.
It's off of Pickles.
Yeah. So they want us to powder coat or anodize the pulley green.
Oh no.
But I'm gonna side with my boy Drew here and say absolutely not.
Oof. Okay. So we made Eddie made a custom power steering bracket that is extremely lightweight. It's like a recessed piece that fits back in there. Well, I really hope this is recording audio.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that.
It's
like
sweet.
The whole accessory drive, the alternator.
Yep.
With like the custom billet pulley, and which obviously I didn't make. But
This is actually a Miata radiator.
that's right.
And we have a second radiator that's already built, fabricated with brackets. It's larger for if this thing needs a little bit of extra cooling. But typically these cars, and especially only making 300 horsepower, this radiator is going to be ducted very well. You can kind of see maybe some of the tabs there that we will build the ducting off of. Once the bumper and the splitter and everything is on it, we'll do all of that, so we make sure that it gets all of the air that goes through the grill will go right through the radiator, and it should run pretty cool. We'll see. So some other neat trickeries. This is a titanium dash mount. Eddie worked that all up, fabricated it, welded it, designed some tabs for using Send Cut Send on having some tabs custom cut out of titanium. Same with the fuel filler brace over here. So that's braced with titanium. These little supports here. So this is a quick fill fuel jug, kind of NASCAR style, but not exactly. And she's disconnected right now. So basically we have poured, I think, about 2 gallons of fuel into the tank for the test drive. Should be plenty low enough where it doesn't leak out or anything while we're going for a very mild test drive, just to feel stuff out. What you say, whack?
I said wow.
Well.
So we're gonna go on a mild test drive, then we're gonna put Grant in the car, and then we'll let him do donuts. So if he breaks it.
Oh, if Grant shows up, he's gonna do donuts? Okay, that would be sweet.
At least I'm gonna peer pressure him into doing donuts.
I will assist in that.
Okay.
Well, hopefully he does it before I gotta take Cora gymnastics, which is
What time's
I gotta leave in 40 minutes. So pretty sweet carbon fiber rear panel there. This thing's got a dry sump in it, racing ABS unit, chill out system that pumps ice water, and you don't actually, it's not ice water because there's no ice. It's like a really good air conditioning unit, I guess, something like that. But then fire system, little bitty battery, PDM, and Grant wanted to use a max ECU, something to do with the CAN connectivity between that. It talks to the ABS over CAN. It's got a CAN keypad, which you can see right there. You got the connector for the chill out thing.
Oh yeah.
Let's check that out. So we still have to make the lines that go from here down to the box. So we'll get that done. And then there's a pretty neat connector, I guess, that'll be hooked to everybody's shirts that gets to drive it, huh?
They're gonna have to have multiple of them.
Yeah, each driver gets one of these.
Shirts, and then it clips in right there, and then you have your liquid coming through to the shirt, and then when they want to get out for quick driver changes, they just pull it. Comes right out.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's cool.
Got a Race Tech seat. And Grant and Chuck both, who are going to be driving this thing, they're both pretty tall fellas. I think Grant's 6'3", 6'4", and then Chuck's 6'2", 6'3". Like, they're both pretty tall guys. Same guys that own the silver Miata that we are NC MX-5. What do they call that car? MX-5?
The NC is what
NC?
everybody calls it, or they call it.
Gotcha. Well, you ready to go for a ride?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I've been waiting.
Been waiting. Let's
Get the door.
Let's roll it outside in the sun first.
You guys need some protein to push?
Yeah, okay, meatball. Get the door.
Oh no, not meatball on camera.
It's on video.
Not on camera.
Do we have a shifter knob, or I'm just gonna have to manhandle it?
You just manhandle it.
Oh, look, there's a burnout car being pushed out over there.
Boy.
I really hope this is recording audio.
Well, you're Mr. YouTuber, so I don't know.
Just discovered that some of the stuff we filmed a second ago didn't have audio. That was a bummer. So hopefully it does now. But you ready to go for a little quick spin?
Yeah, fire this thing up. Got my safety glasses on. Let's go.
Nice safety glasses.
Thanks. You see that? Let me see this, John.
Somebody want to get some rollers?
Yeah.
Ricky's real good at rollers. You know how to drive one of these units?
Yeah.
This is a road race car. You know what that is?
I'm gonna buckle in. I know how to drive some
Road race cars are real race cars.
Who's faster
Not
on the
them,
sim at
not
Siri?
them stupid drag cars.
What?
Oh, my Siri's going off.
Siri.
Who's faster on the sim? Who's faster at Lime Rock?
Eddie and I have sim wars on iRacing. All right, let's see. We got ignition. We got fuel pump. We got starter. She runs.
She runs. Does she drive?
Guess we'll see.
Is it just like the pressure of it pushing against like the thrust, bogging it down?
That's an awful lot of. That might be a thrust bearing problem already.
Ooh, that would.
Yeah.
So he's pushing it in the clutch right there. You can hear it bogged down.
Yeah, that's not good. Well, I guess we'll figure out what. It's cold and it's got forged pistons in it. It's a little loose, but by the sounds of it, we might be
building that motor pretty
we might
soon.
be going through the bottom end because it shouldn't be bogging down, shoving
That's
the
a
clutch
lot,
in.
yeah. Like,
Oh, and
Aw.
now it's stalled. Well, we'll just be quick.
this little clutch and little flywheel probably.
See if the brakes work before we do anything. You hold
Oh,
on.
yep, I'm holding on. Oh,
okay.
oh yeah, they work good.
You got brakes?
They work good.
That's a good thing to know.
The driver doesn't
Don't
work
have a very good driver. But
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome. Looking traffic wise.
You're good on your left.
Second gear works.
Second gear works. We're doing it. I'm a little uncomfortable.
So no donuts, what you saying?
Not from you. We'll let Grant do that. I mean, you can do donuts, just not with me in it.
Anyway, get up close to Ricky on the camera.
Hi, Ricky. don't think this car is meant to have a passenger in it.
Yeah, it's probably 150 degree oil temp.
Yeah, it's not.
130 degree oil temp.
You got a temp sensor in there, John?
There is.
There is, but I mean in that hand right there.
No. Oh yeah, it's calibrated.
Calibrated?
Calibrated hand.
Nice.
Around the truck. It's
Hey,
feels pretty warm.
open that real quick,
No.
Kevin.
No.
Boom. Did you turn the fuel pump on?
Is it good? Hey, there we go. Fuel pumps are important. Well, it did it. It did a donut. That's cool. It's probably a little warm now.
Sounds hot.
No, it's gonna air.
No, there's something.
Is it your?
I can see something down there.
Oh yeah.
There's a leak.
Water?
Oh no, it's oil from that
I was
plate.
actually about to tell you
Oh.
there's a drop of oil on the ground in the shop.
I think we should.
All right. Well, not too bad for our first video. Hopefully you guys liked all the other stuff. It's kind of a hodgepodge. There was some more in the middle, and the stupid camera, which it's actually not the camera's fault. It's my external media mod speaker thing. That thing is what has failed. But we got a good baseline for getting this thing together and going. And yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. Pretty exciting to see that thing out of the shop, at least temporarily, while we take it out and enjoy it a little bit. So cool stuff. All right, Eddie, good job. We gotta get that on camera.
Thank you.
Again.
Good job,
We missed. There we go.
You,
That was better.
designing all the things that I make.
Yeah. Yep, you did good on all the execution.
Yeah.
Grant had to work really hard to find something that was wired wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I wired one thing wrong.
One thing.
2 pins swapped in the Deutsch connector.
That's not bad for all of the wires.
Sensor?
There was, hey, okay, that's
The
Max
cam
C's
sensor?
fault. The cam was swapped. We'll call that.
That
LS.
seems to
That
happen.
was the starter solenoid.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, the pin's wrong in the Deutsch connector, but all in all, not too bad for a first crank up, first test drive. May have to chase some problems with that thrust bearing though. We'll see. That seems weird. But like I said, not one of our engines. And we do some modifications to over oil the thrust, but even still, it shouldn't be doing that already. But we'll figure that out later. Appreciate everybody watching, subscribing, following along. See you guys next time.